Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 5 Minutes of Math. This is Mr. Lunsford, and I am glad you joined me this evening. Tonight's homework is for the evening of May 1st, 2018, and our topic this evening is our SOL review. This is part 5. Let's get started. Alright, so number 1 asks us to look at which of the following is the best estimate for the average high temperature during April. There's a chart in the book that looks a lot like this. This is the positive quadrant of our coordinate plane, positive y, positive x, the upper right hand corner. And we have our temperature up the y-axis, so just my numbers just multiply by 10. And our month is down here on the x-axis, so we have our months down here. So 2 would be February, 4 would be April, so on and so forth. So here's our scatter plot, and it's plotting out the high temperatures in each month. Here's our line of best fit, and that line is the most suitable pattern for all of the temperatures that have been plotted using our scatter plot. Now we're looking for April, so that's the 4th month. And if you notice, if we trace directly up from month 4, you see where that we hit that line of best fit? Well, we hit that line right here at that green star. Now, to figure out the high temperature in April, or the most likely high temperature, we follow that star back to the y-axis. And right here, we can predict that the average high temperature for April is probably going to be right around 65 degrees. So 65 degrees is your best answer for number 1. That answer is B. All right, moving on. Here's number 2. Which of the following relationships will produce a scatter plot with an overall negative relationship? And again, remember, I'm paraphrasing these questions. All right, so we look at relationship F, and our strategy is to work backwards. Our students' heights and their grade point averages. There's no relationship there. Let's look at student ages and shoe sizes. There should be a positive relationship. Your feet do get bigger as you get older. And let's see, H, students' time spent studying and their test grades. Should be a positive relationship there. The more time you spend studying, the higher your test grade should be. Now, if we look at J, students' average amount of TV watched, or Instagram, or whatever you watch, and their grades earned. Negative relationship. So the answer here, the best answer, is going to be J. The more time you spend watching TV or not studying, the lower your grade should be. So J is the best answer for number 2. Moving on. Number 3. Which of the following measures are you unable to determine from a box and whisker plot? Now here's a sample box and whisker plot, and we can find the maximum. That's our highest point in this box and whisker plot. So it's not the maximum. We're looking for the thing we can't find. There's our median. It's not median because that's right there, sitting right there at 20. Our range is our minimum and our maximum, and it's the difference between those two. So our maximum minus the minimum is our range. So we can find the range. The only quality here we can't find is our mean. The answer is B. All right, moving on. So number 4, how many students spent 6 or more days volunteering? And here's that histogram. And if you look up the side, we're looking at our number of students. That's our y-axis. And along the bottom, we've grouped the data into ranges. The number of students who spent between 0 and 2 days volunteering, between 3 and 5 days volunteering, between 6 and 8 days volunteering, between 9 and 11 days volunteering, and more than 12 days volunteering. Well, we're looking for the students who have spent 6 or more days volunteering. Now, looking at our histogram, we're starting with that 6 to 8 section, and it's everything above that. Everybody in 6 to 8, 9 to 11, and 12 plus. How many students are in each category? So, looking at 6 to 8, we have 4 students. In 9 to 11, we have 2 students, and 12 plus, another 2 students. 4 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. So we have a total of 8 students who spent 6 or more days volunteering. The answer here is H. That's our best answer. Moving on to our last one. Based on this circle graph or pie chart, how many students chose Foursquare as their favorite recess activity? So if we're looking at this pie chart, the yellow section is Foursquare. And what we have to do now is solve a percentage problem. So there's 30%, and we know that there's 60 students total. That's part of our question. So knowing that we have 30%, we have 60 students, how do we solve this? We form a proportion. All right, let's move those words out of the way. Now, we have 30 over 100. 30% is 30 out of 100 equals some number of students, which I'll call X because I have no creativity left, over 60. Now, if we multiply these, it's 30 times 60 equals 100 times X. 1800 equals 100X, and now we use the division property of equality. Divide by 100, X is 18. So what we're saying is 30% of 60 is 18. And it is. The answer here is A. That's it. Y'all take care, and remember, math is not just about numbers. It's all about the relationships that surround us every day. Have a good one.